So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Cause if you didn't, now you know. Light it up, kid, give them a show. Be volcanic and just let it blow. Oh, make them shiver. They've been waiting for the real man, time to deliver. I'm magnetic, I move still. They can't feel it, soon they will. You spit electric, you shock with sight. Your sounds eclectic, the crowds ignite. They've been waiting for it, so just let them have it. Yeah, double stuff them like a sandwich, yo. If it ain't enough.
It's the GTalk. To hell with it. Nah, we're not to hell with it. We're to heaven with it, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah, GTalk was good. Que lo que?
Que lo que? Well, you tell me. Welcome to the Guy Talk, as your friend just very astutely put. I think we need some guy talk.
Yeah.
What's going on? How you doing, man? You want to just jump into it, or you want me to introduce? I mean, welcome to the GTalk. This is Pilot 10, the X.
Coño, Pilot 10.
The X.
Wow.
So, in about a month, right? We did it in a month.
Yeah, 3 weeks actually.
Yeah, if that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of like how long the credit card company gives you to pay their bill.
Yeah.
Like 20 days. Good for you.
Yeah.
But the
I know it's something I've been personally trying to work on, because I look back, I'm like, man, I wish I could control that. And there's a strategy to that too.
How? Because I almost need, like, it's almost as if I need to recalibrate my voice, and the is allowing me to kind of like, oh, I got to put that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the strategy to removing other than going on the AI and then clicking the button and it removes it? But I want to be real.
Pause. Apparently it's just pause. When you're going to say, just pause and go. Very interesting.
So just do it and don't think about it and put a word there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God. Is it really that simple?
I am going to try, and I'm going to try. Let's see how far I could go before the first one. Yeah.
I'm going to, now with we're going to do, I'm going to penalize us for now.
That button's going to break by the end of the show.
No, see, I can't stop it halfway like the other one. So the GTalk today is our 10th show, Roman numeral X. And in the pregame, I filmed a 30-minute pregame waiting for you to walk through that door.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, over there, I guess I would say in the video. And you never came through during the filming, but here you are. Yay!
Yeah. I had finished some things. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so I had to take care of one last important detail.
Outfit that you had to buy?
Not exactly. I had to do something for someone to, so that took me a little while, because not familiar with the area, so I had to do a lot of research and stuff, but everything came out well.
You're good. I
believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. It's kind of like asking if you're good. It's kind of like asking if you're a Swiftie. The rest of the Swifties like, oh, we'll find out. We'll try you out. But because Oz like an I went to and I odd it and I just
changed the vowel.
Damn.
Caught
myself, but I tried to. It's like when you trip and fall, you're like, and you meant it. You look kind of, boop, 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 boop. You try to be, oh yeah, I meant to trip over that stupid thing right there. Whatever. I penalized myself. Okay. So what? I actually did write some things 5 minutes before you came, or not even. It was before, because I have a pregame thing that I do, and I was thinking about you, and I listened to your message, the one before. And by the way, what are you drinking?
I am drinking H2O today.
A what?
H2O.
I thought you said a swell.
Swell.
You're drinking a swell? Hey!
Yeah, a little water today just because it's early.
It's 2:00 in the morning. It's like 2:36 for God's sake.
And normally that wouldn't hold me back. I'm like, I don't care. It's like, yeah.
Captain Mimosa. Hey, everyone awake?
Yeah.
Time to do mimosa. But you didn't. We won't say why.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on. But what's on your mind, my friend? Because I have stuff on my mind. It is Christmas in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I think in both of our cultures, Christmas Eve is important, right?
It's more important than the 25th.
Right. Well, there's other ways to say it probably because I say more important as well. I think somebody might say it's more significant to the family, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's we coño. I said it. That didn't take too long.
I almost didn't catch it. I was worried about my trip still.
I have got to be more disciplined here.
That's okay.
So, coño, really?
For what?
I just did it again.
Don't worry about it. Just go. Trust me. Just speak. I'm not going to penalize.
So yeah, no. The 24th is normally the day in the house where we cook, listen to music.
Who's we?
My mom, my sister, myself, my brother.
Okay, so the immediate family, right?
Yeah, and it's like that this year.
Well, oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's it's life, right?
I guess we're going there. So it is life. It is your experience right now. Doesn't mean it's your experience forever.
No,
but it's your experience right now, right? And what are the only two things you can do, my friend, when given any particular experience? Or go for it.
I don't remember the order. I know the other
there
one
is no order.
first.
There is no order.
You could either change the situation or change your mindset of the situation. Something to that effect.
Judges, you
Judges
got
call.
it. Good job. Yeah. All right. The Chinese judge is like, oh, Chinese judge meaning people. I mean at the Olympics. I forget it.
I almost did an impression.
Okay. No.
He didn't. He don't get right.
No. But keep going. What? Did I interrupt? Like I normally do. I got to shut up and listen. Complete thought, or what? Did I ask a question? I'm like already in this. These sound effects just messed me up just now. But what were we just talking about?
The 24th.
The 24th. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your immediate family, right? Mm-hmm. Do you get together again on the 25th, or does anyone else come in on the 25th? Because that's technically, we've been told that's a whole other thing. Jesus' birthday, right? Mm-hmm. So why is the 24th more important to you?
We, get up early. My sister and I immediately, grab champagnes, mimosa time, watch, start preparing everything. Yeah. Put the old school merengues, what I'm saying, from the 80s. And
can't play anything here. I'll be all taken down.
And, we just have fun cooking and
just do your thing.
Yeah, and while the kids patiently wait till midnight, that's when
we do. Yeah, the Portuguese do that. Open gifts at midnight. Yeah.
Yes, and then the 25th, that's when people come over and
right. It's funny because most of my life, and trust me, we're going to get into therapy just because we're talking Christmas. Please, you're not avoiding therapy because I got some stuff I want to talk about too, and it might be deep.
Okay.
Warning everybody now.
Hang on tight.
Hang on tight. Grab your Kleenexes. So, okay, I won't do that. I see. I don't want to. Cause whatever. 24th. For us growing up was always we opened the gifts then, but with my ex-wife and I, we moved it to Christmas morning. And I kind of like the idea of opening Christmas morning because we also spend time with the kids and everyone together on the 24th. But the funny thing is, this is kind of a weird thing. This is welcome to capitalism. My kids would come here to my parents' house with my sister's kids and open gifts here on Christmas Eve, right? And it'd be a ton of gifts, a ton of them. So I said to my ex-wife, I'm like, wait a minute. They go to, vovó and vovo's house, which is how you say grandma and grandpa in Portuguese. And they're getting gifts from my sister, from my mom and dad, all this stuff. And they can't take it all. It's a lot of gifts, bro. So we said, why don't we just kind of do both things? So they're getting gifts on 2 days. They're getting gifts on Christmas Eve, right? So they're appreciating it then. And they're appreciating that. They're not thinking about, I'm going to get something when I get home. They're in the moment right there. And listen, some people might go, oh, your son is so whatever, blah, blah, blah. Listen, that's our mentality around it. It made sense. And then the Christmas morning, they opened our gifts at home around the Christmas tree because we wanted to open them there, not bring them here or then go home late when they're tired or whatever. So that I like. But the reason why I bring that up is because we knew we were going to stay home on the 25th and be with our family, the immediate family. And that's why I was feeling emotional again today and yesterday, knowing that I'm no longer part of that family.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to have to create a different one. I'm just not there yet. It's their own family. It's their 3. And then whoever they decide to bring in, which would be her parents and stuff. And that's why I was feeling sad. That I'm going to be with my parents on the 24th like we always do, but I'm also going to be with them on the 25th. And with nobody else, for the most part. That's why I was sad. Why were you sad?
Same reason.
Same reason. Okay, thanks, everybody. This was the GTalk. Play us out. All right, bye. Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, dude, it's, first time without...
I can't believe that. Are you being serious? Like, you agree with what I just said?
100%.
Wow. Okay, go ahead. We're in the same boat. Let's make it not sink.
Yeah, it's...
Wow. Okay.
But I got to tell you a story.
Go ahead, please. I could use one.
To kind of lighten the mood.
Please.
So...
There's a burro coming into town.
I did all my shopping on Amazon.
Like I think a few other people did.
So I thought.
Oh.
Yep. I'm not a big Amazon guy, no. If I need something, I will ask my sister. Yeah, and when I realized, I checked, and it was like, it's not going to be delivered to after Christmas. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So, and with doing everything that I'm doing, with all my jobs, with all of my jobs and the very limited amount of time I have, I had to go to the mall Saturday morning.
We just talked about this in a pod, bro. You manifested what I said. Oh, I'm sorry. This is me.
Dude, it was painful. Coño, before I used to go and you know what it is?
Dude, I'm the announcer. You're the field goal kicker. And I'm like, Frankie's never missed from 3 hours before Christmas. Oh, no. Wide right. 13:33, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. So I went to one of the stores and was able to manage okay. But the whole time I'm on the phone with my sister, I'm like, this is painful.
Like what I said. Why do you do this to yourself? I didn't mean you, though. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that way.
And I am losing my mind. And my sister's laughing her ass off because she's...
Oh, she's loving it.
Oh, she's loving it because I'm on the phone with her.
Oh, my God.
And like she could just hear the me grieving on the phone. Like, oh, Jesus. Like, this is not...
I don't mean to laugh, but...
no, it's funny. We could laugh about it now. But at the time, I was going crazy. Then I had to walk to the other side of the mall to get something from another store. I mean, like the complete, all the way the other side. And I didn't find what I was looking for. So now I got to go all the way back to where I was at. Bono? Because it was just absolutely horrible. Well, to the point that I was like, you know what? I could use a little support. So I...
asked some ladies to help you out. If anyone listens to the pod, they'll understand. If not, they're not going to laugh.
Yeah. You got to, go back to watch the other ones.
When Frankie proved to all the men in the world, bros, you can do it, okay? All the ladies like, yes, they can do it. He can do it. Go on.
Yeah, no, pero Oh goodness, there was something to be learned. I text a friend of mine. I was like, I'm losing my freaking mind over here.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
No,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's okay.
Oh
I could
my
laugh about it now,
God.
and I'm sharing it because it is a funny story now. And
Oh my God.
you know, look at how. Remember when we were talking about being the best versions of ourselves? That's something that we are.
Oh, you're still on that dead boat? Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah,
I'm joking. Go on.
I'm still there. In fact, earlier today when I was, I had to take my sister to a few places, and this driver, I'm not gonna name call, but
Here we go.
I said, you know what? Yeah, I stopped myself, and I told my sister, yeah, party.
Yeah.
And
Okay, guys.
I explained to my sister why I was
Hombre
doing
del
it.
Pueblo.
Yeah, so
Quick, she said, Frankie, you normally yell at him? Did she catch you?
well, she knows that is a very bad habit I have.
Really?
Yeah, because
okay.
and dude, since this was 3 pods ago, maybe 2 or 3 pods ago.
Within the last week.
Yeah, and have not had any. I had opportunities to curse somebody out, but I hold myself back. I'm like, not that serious. So
I'm proud of you. Wow, you're practicing. It's GTalk and G-walk, baby.
yeah.
Walk the talk and talk the walk, or whatever. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
So then my friend says, and I'm like going through anxiety at this point. I'm like, I need to get the hell out the mall. I'm trying to walk faster to get out.
How many things did you get? Everything? I mean, I don't need to go to the end and spoil it for anybody.
Just about everything. There was a few items missing that I completed today, so I'm all set. But
it was not fun.
No, it was not fun. But my friend replied to me and check this out. She said, "Frank, no need to stress. It's going to be busy. It's that time of year. But, at least you have the opportunity to do so. There's a lot of people that can't even afford to do
All
that."
Right.
And
this is such a great lead in. Oh, my God. Go on.
it was
oh my
so, like, I had to stop and I said, you know what? God, please forgive me for being a butthead over here. Like, stressing nothing. Stressing a little inconvenience. Everybody's probably stressing the same way. Right. And, it's like those little things that kind of take away from our happiness on a daily basis.
Knock you off your game for that moment.
Yeah.
Like the shoulder bump of a guy or dropping something like the coffee or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like you said in the last pod, remember I handed it off to you? I was like, finish my sentence. And you're like, do you remember what you said?
If that is the worst, if that's the biggest problem you have a really good life.
I mean, you said even better the second time. So, oh my God, 18 minutes, 21 in. He nailed it. He nailed it. I'd love to do I need another sound effect. Okay, guys, thank you. Yeah. Oh, it's for him? It's for him. Yeah. Well earned. So you did it.
Yeah, and they had to stay in the car though for like 10 minutes because
What did you do? Talk about what you did, please.
I prayed a little, and I thanked my friend because I was like, you know what, I didn't.
She was in the car with you.
No, I wish. She sent me an audio message.
Okay, but it was you in the car and you were praying, right?
Yeah, I had to pray because I was like, after I heard her message, and I was like, you know what, I was being tough on myself. Not tough on myself. I was stressing myself out for something.
I think both. You were tough and stressing yourself out.
Yeah,
right?
and which I tend to do a lot now that I'm noticing. Yeah. And it's was silly.
But what a wonderful thing a voice note is. I was just talking in the pregame, I actually mentioned how we voice note back and forth. Yeah. I actually love that because it allows each one of us to get our thought out. This is going to sound really bad. Here we go. We're going to in advance, ready? To get the burp out without being interrupted or the fart or whatever. I could get it all out to you. And then I could listen back to myself. Mm-hmm. Do you listen back before? Do you listen to yourself?
I rarely don't.
For some reason, I go back to say, wait a minute, did I get everything out the way I wanted to?
Yeah.
Could he hear it right? Like, I become the perpetual producer. Like, was the sound good? I listen back for sound quality. It's so stupid. And because I think I go back and delete it real quick. But that's so great that you did that. What else? What else? You prayed and then what?
I prayed and I just sat there and I was breathing. I was looking at everybody and going into the mall and I was like, you guys are in for it. Like, but I just
But you made light of it.
yeah, I had to, and you know what?
Wow.
It's something that I really, really want to practice. You know, as we're going into
Let's
2025,
go.
you know, this is something that I really want to practice. I am on a mission to be the best version of myself, and all these little things I have to fix, and it's, you know, the opportunities will present themselves often. So, you know, the more the more we practice, the more the better we get at it.
But the reason why I asked you to do that, I know what you did because I do the same thing. But I just for anyone listening, no one's listening. One day, someone just heard a tool, a tip. You did an instant replay. Essentially, you went back. Probably not the best analogy in the world, but using the football motif. It was like a little instant replay. Let me check again what I just did, right? Let me look back and see if that was a personal foul. It really wasn't. It was just a little brush on the jersey. That's not a no call, right? You moved on. I mean, is that not? I think I saved the analogy. Hey, is that not what you did? You took the time to stop your life, right? And do an instant replay of what happened. And was it really that bad? No, it wasn't worth a penalty.
Yeah.
No personal foul in here. No, I need to let this go. Am I putting words in your mouth or not? Did I summarize a good analogy, or was that?
Yeah.
was that?
It's a very good analogy because, you know, looking back at it, I was, you know, at the moment it was hard to identify because I was in that moment and my piece was being attacked.
You had to go to the videotape in your head.
And afterwards,
Great analogy.
You know, I look back and I'm like, yeah, that it was
not a big deal.
It was really not that serious.
And she was like the girl next to you at home. Oh, he barely touched him. You're like, he brought him down. She was the girl was right again.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. This is a great lead in, but then, hey, don't think you avoided some G therapy. I got some stuff I want to talk about, but I like where this is going. Did you really like, because I wrote down here, it's going to be okay. We've heard that all the time, right? It's going to be okay. And there's people in our lives. I'll introduce this. I'm going to hand this off to you, and you're going to run with it. The rest of this show is going to be you. I have a couple things I'll interject maybe, but I have a feeling you need to talk, and so do I. But I need to respond. It's going to be okay. We hear those words all the time. Probably the 4 most common words that you might hear from somebody when you're going through grief. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, it's a very popular term.
Right. And the idea is I'm going to say these words to you because I love you. The other, doesn't work here either. So let me add some more words. And maybe the more words I could add to something, you see what I'm building here already? They should just and listen and let you talk, right? Which is what I'm about to do. But I put here, it's not going to be okay. Because when we hear that, we being men, I could speak for at least all men in this room and one upstairs. We don't like hearing, or at least I don't, that it's going to be okay at a moment that it's not okay. Because you're telling me there's a better moment than the place that I'm in now. Why am I not there? I just tingled. So you're telling me there's a better moment and I have to do more work? How much work have I done getting up to this fucking point? And there's more work to do to get out of this? Hell no. It's not going to be okay because I don't know if I can make it okay because you're not making it okay. You're just telling me it's going to be okay, but you're not willing to do the fucking work with me. And I'm not talking about you, my friend, even though I'm looking at you because you're doing the work. And I thought to myself, it's going to be okay. Such bullshit. Because until I do the work, it's not. And it's worse now that I know it can be okay, and I'm the one getting in the way. It's me. Hi. And this is where I hand this off to you. I'm the what, Frankie? What am I? Careful with your words, because that manifests the rest of your day. It's me. Hi. I'm the
problem. It's me.
Or I'm the solution.
Yeah.
So you failed that one, kid, as did I, because I thought problem.
I thought let's make this. Hero.
Okay, yeah, I kind of tricked us. But you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to be clever, though that kind of was. Even Taylor would know if she ever heard one day. But you manifest the reality going forward. And you, my friend, just manifested a positive reality. Did you not?
Yeah.
With the car thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have stayed in that moment of low resonance, of whatever, and self-pity and stuff like this. Woe is me. But who got you in that situation, kid? It's me.
The anti-hero.
The anti-hero got you in that situation. It's you. Hi. Hola. Hey, tu. Hola. But if you want to be the problema, that's fine. But you got to get yourself out of it, right? Because we came up with two, right? What are the two things? Either to change your situation or, say with
change your mentality.
Change your mentality to it, right? Your opinion of it, your whatever. Put a blank space there. So I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend. That's how I know that doesn't sound very healthy, what I just said. I'm trying really hard to get away from that mentality, but it's one of the last things it's like that piece of wallpaper in the house. My brain is all wallpapered with nonsense, and I'm trying to rip that wallpaper out. It's the toughest part to rip out. I still think that when I hear it's going to be okay, I'm like, you're not willing to do the work with me. Mm-hmm. Why don't you listen to what I'm saying and not support when I say that it's not going to be okay, but just listen, get the energy out, and then give me a motivation to make it okay. Because tell me it's just going to be okay. It doesn't do it on its own, kid. You're lying to me, miss or mister or whatever. It's not going to be okay unless something happens. You're missing a couple integers, my friend. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Off to you. What say you?
I think it was Kevin Hart that says something. He said, whenever you have something going on, just remember this too shall pass. And when they say it's going to be okay, I believe it's said with sincerity, just because at that moment we're not okay.
Right.
But that too shall pass.
They're not wrong, Frankie. I'm not saying they're wrong.
And but at the moment, you may feel anger, resentment, sadness.
Put a blank space there and fill it in with any low resonance. Right. Go on.
So I'm not okay right now. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be okay, but like right freaking now, I'm not okay. That's the moment that our GTAP thing. Mm-hmm. Boom. We got to take some of that and try to apply it here.
Oh, the 5 steps. Yeah,
right.
I talked about. Yes. Yeah, was talk to someone, mm-hmm. journal, memorialize. Mm-hmm. What was the third one?
Talk, journal, proactive.
Do something proactive. Compliment
yourself,
and then be disciplined in the healing. Right.
And that always helps. And
by the way, I came up with one when you're supporting somebody. I did it in the pregame. I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to tell me? I got to subscribe.
You got to subscribe. It would go on. I did the reverse, like to do those 5 steps to help someone else through grief. Mm-hmm. Bro, you're going to have to hear that. I'm going to send it to you. I might even just post it. Screw it. No one's listening.
Okay. Sounds exciting.
You'll like it, but go on.
Yeah.
It's not going to be okay, I say, but you say I should. That's me putting a veil over me trying to get better, essentially.
Yeah, and don't beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? We go through enough. Life already, beat us to a pulp, but we're still standing, aren't we?
We are. And I just had a thought in my head just now, and I want to tell you that it's easier for me to hear it from someone like you because you almost have cred in our relationship. And almost, please, come on. You have a lot of cred in our relationship, right? So we've talked about other things. We've gone deep, and mm-hmm. you've kind of come along in the way in this journey. So for you to say that, it's good. I guess I don't like hearing that from people that haven't been along for the journey, haven't listened to what's going on with me or you or whatever, have never picked up a metaphorical shovel and helped me shovel the shit out of my head. Mm-hmm. But you have. So if you tell me it's going to be okay, I know because you've rolled up your sleeves and you're doing it with me. Mm-hmm. Big difference. So maybe I'm just kind of thinking this out, a thought exercise, that maybe the reason why the impetus of me going and hearing it's not going to be okay is not okay to me because of the source of who's saying it. Maybe maybe the healing needs to happen from someone that I believe has credibility in my healing in my life, right? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I'm just dissecting why I think that way, and maybe I'm ripping the last bit of this stupid wallpaper off of the back of my mind. But let's go back to your situation, because I think it's a brilliant little mini example, little mini M&M example, like a little bite size from our other pod, of being able to take some healing in the car when you really needed it most, and you delivered it to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, did you not?
Yeah.
With some help from a friend?
Yeah, and it's, dude, as 2024 is coming to a close, and I heard this quote when I was on social media, and I was like, that's gonna be my motto. 2024 made me strong. Wait,
preach.
In 2024, God made me strong. In 2025, God's gonna make me happy.
Or maybe you will. We'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, and I am on a mission to be the best version of myself, and the best version of ourselves cannot include little petty inconveniences that really hold no value, but you hold on to them and make it this big thing that is really nothing.
Nonsense.
And it's just, sometimes it just hits you that way. And
it's a pebble. It's more of a pebble in the shoe of your heart than it is a tear at the fabric of your soul, right?
Right. Like, what's that old saying? I'll take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
And it's really just that. And it's like, oh, wow, it looks like I'm going to be in this line for a while. So let me, I got my headphones. I'm like, put on my earbuds.
Change my situation.
And it's like, let me listen to the GTalk on YouTube, and before you know it, 8 minutes go by, you're walking out with everything, and you're all set. Now to your next adventure.
Your next endeavor. 32 minutes and 23 seconds in. Hey, I got the numbers reversed. Wow, what a great intro to. At least I got to one thing on my list. But it wasn't. I knew. I never get tired of hearing it from you. I want you to understand that. You need to understand that. And I think you do. It's when other people do it.
Yeah.
And I don't fault them. What else are they going to do, especially if they don't know you, right, man? Like, how many times have you heard that from, like, a stranger? And I guess my mentality should be, at least they're taking the time to give you that positive energy, and they have no reason to give a shit about you.
Yeah. I'll give you a perfect example also when I was going, when I separated, everybody would say, Frank, you got to be strong.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one. You got to be strong. Do I? Why?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Drink responsible is what they're saying to your soul. Right? Drink the pain responsible. It's like, what?
Like, dude,
serve me another one. Give me all the pain.
You know what I'm saying?
How dare you cut me off and make me happy? Like, damn you. Be strong. I want to be weak.
I
want to swim in it like really, Taylor Swift.
I understand that they're just trying to help, but to me, and look, I try to ignore it. I really try to ignore it.
So you feel some of the same stuff I do.
Yeah, okay. So I know what you mean. Okay. And 21 that was just trying to be supportive, and I understand, and thank you. I really do appreciate it. But I walked away from my family, relocated, got adjusted to a new environment, 500 miles away from my son and my dogs. Be strong. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
It's like I'm
dying here.
And you're describing the water.
Yeah. Can I quote, see if anyone of our fans or two fans know what I'm about to quote. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. Right? Tom Petty. You don't know how it feels to be me. I just tingled. He talks about, if you've never heard that song, kid, even though it's coming from a place where he's a celebrity, Tom Petty, the famous rocker, I guess you could call him, a beautiful man, some songs that blew me away. I listened to some of his music, some of the trauma that he talks about in his songs, and painful relationships, and all that stuff. And he has this song at the peak of his fame. This famous guy, you talk about Taylor Swift. He wasn't Taylor Swift. I don't think he'd ever compare himself, but what a storyteller. And he talked in this song, it's about his life. Like, people, you don't know what it is to be Tom Petty. And there's to me, I took it in layers. I'll never know what it's like to be you, kid, right? I'm not a famous musician or whatever. I'll be a famous something else. And one day, right? Well, both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, he can speak for any man. You don't know what it is to be me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking you to try and tell me. Point me in the direction that I got to get back on my path, kid, and show me how to get me up, give me a hand, and help me on my way.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a few pieces of advice, leave them with me, or else get the F out of the way. Isn't that kind of how men do it?
Yeah.
Now, is that the right way? Is the question.
Hmm.
You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. I wonder if I did that right. Anybody?
I never heard that
YouTube's
song.
going to be like, copyright detected. You sang it like Tom Petty. I hope so. I'll have to play it for you. It's a tough song if you listen to the lyrics. Like,
Yeah.
it symbolizes man to anybody, especially a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, women say this to you all the time, be strong, but it's like they mean it in a different way, right? It's not be strong like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, right? It's
Yeah,
your
and
heart. It's like, pick yourself up.
when you're the most vulnerable to be strong for a man, and I'm not even going to say it, I'm going to say for myself.
Speak openly, man. I know where you're going, please.
You know, I like to think that I have a good heart. You know, I'm good-hearted.
I think you're 10 out of 10. Go on.
And thanks.
Do I sound like that guy in the video? See, I did that without thinking. Go on.
And you know, when we go through, especially something so important to us, such as our family, our kids,
right. Absolutely.
And you know, you are separated from that permanently. You know, that a decision's been made that this is it. You know, you can't just be strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some tough days ahead, my friend, you know?
Yep. Here comes the storm.
Yep. And doesn't matter if you're ready. There's no umbrella. There's no shelter. You are going for a dark freaking ride.
You know what I just thought about right now? Let me throw this at you. Tell me what you think about this. This is like a one-sentence game. Isn't it interesting that the most powerful words that elicit the most energy instantly in someone, positive or negative, happen to be hateful words? And here's my question. What words on the opposite side can negate that instantly as well? Where are they? Because I could sit here and eviscerate you or someone else and make you full of this negative, dark energy.
Mm-hmm.
What words can take it away instantly that it went and forced it in you? There are none. That is a weapon, my friend. That is a verbal weapon we walk around with.
Mm-hmm.
You do not possess a shot, nothing for that fucking cup, nothing that I could do here that can take what I just put inside of you, should I choose to do that instantly, or I cut you off or whatever. There's nothing that you'll have to forcefully think about, like the 10-minute thing you did on your car. I just gave you work to do. You can't instantly like that get rid of them with any words. I can't tell you as a friend words that will instantly make you forget them. Isn't that powerful that someone with their insults and their whatever? I just thought that just now. What do you think?
You know, I was at church. I think this was like 2 weeks ago, and the pastor was talking about the things we say and the impact that it has.
That's what I'm talking about. Go on. Yeah.
He says the tongue weighs approximately 70 grams, the average tongue, about 70 grams.
Yep. I was there for this one. Go on. Yeah, go ahead. I remember that. I think I was. Maybe I wasn't, but go on.
And he said it's probably one of the things that weighs the less than, you know, the other body parts. But it's heavier than any other body part, because what we say does have an impact on whoever's listening.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately thought, I'm like, man, I regret saying a lot of things.
So you agree with what I just said? It's easier to slice with a knife your words, right, Taylor? But it's Band-Aids don't fix
bullet holes
or knife wounds, right?
Yeah.
So it takes time to heal. Even the most minuscule little thing, stupid thing, now you have work to do.
Yeah.
Right? You have to do work unless, and you kind of talked about this, and this might be a way that we can avoid it, you have thick skin. And that knife just went, or those sticks and stones. We've been told since we were kids, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Well, no, apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah, because you got people, billionaires making albums that tell you that they're not over it. It's mean, but true. And then you've got people around us driving, shitty cars, cutting us off. And I say that facetiously, not saying talking down to people. They have disregard for their life. They're living their life, whatever. Put a blank space there, and they're inflicting these wounds on us constantly. These little death by 1,000 paper cuts of stuff in our daily base and in our daily lives. We're constantly healing, man. Unless we have a wall that we put up, which I don't want to put up a wall. I don't want to live with a filter in my life. Do you?
No.
Or we have thick skin. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You got to navigate the whole of your boat, metaphorically speaking. It's got to be, be able to resist at least the smallest of icebergs, or you're aft. Yeah,
and also the who it comes from, because some.
Oh, of course.
I don't care about most. I shouldn't say that.
I know what you're saying.
Very, very few people, that I hold, that I value. Like they. And we'll never go there anyway because we take care of each other. So,
but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not that they're pawns. They're pieces on the. You don't know them well enough, so they're kind of pawns. Whatever. They're NPCs. You know what I mean? It's like how many people are you going to be tight with, right? Trust issues. Yay. Welcome to man. But. I'll leave it go. Say your piece on that because I've said, but I feel so much. I didn't think it would take me this long to feel better. This is like therapy for me.
Yeah.
Is this not like therapy? I feel so much better already. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk. If I show you what number 2 is here, you're not going to want to talk about it. Neither do I. But in the pregame, I showed it. So someone is going to say, you didn't talk about what leads to unaliving yourself.
Oh, man.
Because I was thinking that.
Yeah.
And I was going to relate it back to anti-hero, but I didn't want to. Not now. I could summarize it eventually, but whatever.
Yeah, that we would need a good amount of time for that because it's
43 minutes and 3:14 p.m.
Yeah, we need some time for that because it's that's.
My premise was that not the thought of doing it because again, in the same way we say it's going to be okay. One of the first things that people were telling me or asking me when they would see me, my friends, and I say friends facetiously, but they might get upset at that. Well, where are they? They're not around. You are. So you're my friend, my previous friends, right? When they heard that I was thinking dark thoughts, the first, you're not going to commit unaliving, are you? Also known as like Hillering yourself or Jeffreying yourself. I don't too soon. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's none of your business. Right? Those are decisions I don't consult you with.
Right.
I consult the people in my brain. Me. Hi. Hello. Which related me to Antihero, the two people on the right side, left, right. And the idea was, I get what they're doing. They're checking in and whatever. And when you call the 988 number, right? I think they kind of try, they being, who's they? The beautiful people on the other end of the line. I imagine they come to a conclusion with you. They're trying to figure that out right away, right?
Yeah.
And you can't fault them. Even cops do it. I get it. That's for you, though. That's you covering your ass, people. You're not helping me out because now you're making me think of it. And maybe just because I thought of it, now I've got a scarlet letter that I'm always going to think of it. And now you're going to put a check mark on your freaking file. So now you're always going to have to ask me? I don't think so. So I'm going to lie to you. And I got tired of lying. And then when I said it for the first time to a friend, Oh my God, here we go again. Leading with that every time. And it's like, you're not a fucking therapist. You're a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't lead with that. If you need to know something, I'm going to tell you it. And you don't. You're on a need to know basis. And you know what? The more you go down that road, the less you're knowing. Because I don't think I need you in my life anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kind of feeling I get when, and I wanted to talk about that for Antihero in the scene. I think it's cleverly placed in the middle of the whole deep song. The idea of her dying or unaliving, where she's in the, she supposedly as an old lady in the casket, which is with cats around her. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking she put it there for a reason. Maybe at some point in time, I'm only guessing, she thought about it. And then she might have come to the same conclusion I did. And I said, you know what? I'm here. I'm the X, right? Why I'm here, there's a purpose for me, right? The totality of my experience is Z, right? Well, how are they going to remember me when I'm gone? What value did I leave behind? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but can I prove my value? Mm-hmm. Can I prove my worth? And we've talked about this in the show, and that's kind of why we're doing this, right? This is the GTalk. We're providing value. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, when we do this, I have proof that we're leaving at least the little minuscule value behind. But the idea is when you're thinking about those thoughts, at some point in time, you say, well, I've done what I can. There's no value I provide anyone else in the world, not even myself, right? And you say to yourself, time to pack up and leave. And when other people find out about, it's like them walking into the metaphorical house of your heart, the penthouse of my heart, and always asking me, wait, before I sit down, you're not going to take and move the chairs and move out of this house, are you? Bitch, it's none of your business. I would never do that to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm taking this way too far, but those are the thoughts that go through my head. And I wanted to talk about that. I guess I just did. What say you?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it. That's all I have to say about that. I know a lot to process, but.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
We're being real, are we not?
Yeah.
The GTalk.
Shit, you can say that again. But that's something very, to admit something like that, to say something like that, man, it's, takes balls. So
I appreciate that.
I commend you.
I think you just said everything. He's been there too. I just tingled. I'm going to keep the camera on me for a second, kid. People are like, no. We need to talk about this stuff. And the reason why we need to talk about this stuff is because if we don't get that energy out, there's only one way it's going to come out. And it's not a good way.
But it's, I'll never forget. I was looking in the mirror and I was, no, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm going to grab my balls. I'm going to write down what the problems are, what are possible solutions, and I'm going to focus on that and really, really focus on that. And sometimes you just need a little freaking help. Talk. The 5 tabs that we talked about. Yeah. That's how I learned about 988.
Right. You taught me about 988. I didn't know it existed. I had the EAP thing in my work, which was a different type. It was more like an insurance type. It wasn't like the whatever you called.
Yeah. And I realized that I spoke to them for a little over an hour.
Wow.
And I felt fine while speaking to them. Totally calm. I mean, the beginning was tough. It took me like 2 minutes before I could.
To get words out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Right? That's what happened with the EAP line for me.
And, but afterwards I was like, okay, yeah, I think I feel a lot better. Like I feel a whole lot better. Now I have a little bit of energy to focus on what I need to do. But funny enough, once I hung up the phone, Here it comes again. And
yeah, it's like you helped me vomit some stuff out. Thank you, and I'm gonna clean up, but But it's funny you say that. No, it's not funny. It's interesting you say that. I know exactly where you're coming from, seeing that I went through that with it's the employee assistance program. It's a thing in my old job.
Yeah.
It was a similar thing. And I called them, and it took me about a minute to compose myself. And I remember sitting there in a parking lot, in a Best Buy parking lot behind the building.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to get that energy out. It was toxic energy that I was holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
People forget this. Listen to what Einstein said. I'll go into more detail in the future. E equals MC squared is not just for science and physics. It's the theory, say it with me, of relativity.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively, any situation you come in contact with mass, with electricity, or both.
Mm-hmm.
And someone just saw what I did there visually. Someone did. Hi, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your ability to manage those energies and understand them. And you could explain energy through mass in the universe and physics through equals MC squared,
Mm-hmm.
right? The effect of energy on mass and light and speed and all that stuff. Speed of light. You could also, when you're thinking about emotions, they pass through a mass. Like they're stuck in your head somewhere, in your body somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They came in through ears or eyes or whatever, and your body had to memorialize it somewhere. Like they wrote it down. So it's physically in you, on you somewhere. So you have to get it out. E equals MC squared. Well, the quicker that you could share that from the mass and get it out, the quicker the energy will move.
Mm-hmm.
If it's bad energy and you want to get it out, talk to someone. If that's not good enough, memorialize it. So then you could re-examine and attach more energy, significance to it, and then get it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then so forth and so forth. Then it goes back to the five tenets that we talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is if you start at energy, then you understand that this negative energy, this low resonance that's inside of us, vibrating somewhere inside of us, it's causing us to have these memories and these thoughts, these feelings,
Mm-hmm.
these biological processes that your body then says, wait a minute, I'm feeling this resonance. And your brain's like, I don't understand what that resonance means. Can you translate it to something? And they're like, oh, I'm going to give you a jelly belly that tastes like booger. Yeah, here's a feeling like that. And I'm going to send it to your whole body, right? Can't believe I brought that back to jelly bellies. Here's stinky socks flavor feeling for your body. You get that low resonance now? And your body's like, oh, this is not good. Well, guess what? You had to experience it, right? And now you have to get it out of you. And it sucks when it comes out because it sucked going in. It's going to suck coming out. It's like vomit, literally, for your brain, your soul. So you experience it. But to your point, going back and bringing this all the way back around,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be okay. Once you get it out of you and you deal with it and you feel that again, you feel the bile in your soul of all the shit you dealt with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my ginger ale on my tea?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where's my, whatever it is that I need to, my napkin to wipe my face and my soul. Okay, I'm going to be better because at least I got rid of it. I expelled it. But I don't think enough people, Frankie, understand what it means to expel it. You internalized it physically, like a hard drive in your brain,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that means it's in there somewhere. It's got to come out.
Yeah.
And words are just sounds from your soul,
Mm-hmm.
right? And, that means something to someone. But the negative low resonance, all that bullshit that makes you feel like crap, it's in there too. You got to get it out of you.
Yeah,
and it sucks coming out.
And that's why I said the very first thing in the 5. We got to give that a name. We keep referencing it, and I think we
figure
will,
one out. I don't know.
We will continue to reference it because it's
I'm sorry. I put it online as the 5 tips to overcoming any trauma in your life,
mm-hmm.
or beginning the healing after any trauma. It's too long. We'll figure out something.
Yeah,
there's something better than that.
yeah. We maybe do something where we could have
With a G.
acronyms.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So it's really talking about it. That's letting it out, and and I didn't realize this at the time, but I figured it out way later that when I was talking at 988, I was talking. It was coming out. It was coming out,
Right.
and the more you don't talk about it, the stronger that feeling gets inside you, and it's going to come out way harder which is why I couldn't utter a word for the first 2 minutes.
Because it was all coming out of you.
It was just way too much. I waited way too long. And, trying to be strong, trying to be strong, this doesn't bother me. I'll be all right, whatever, this and that. Nah, man, that shit, I don't want to say almost killed me, but I'm okay now. I'm fucking okay now, finally.
That's the way to go, right? Start with what's happening that's good and work backwards if you need to, or just go forward.
No, and
how I work with it.
Someone sent a compliment. They said, what we're doing is, while we're going through this, December 23rd, and though we spoke before, and how we're feeling, and with all this that we're going through, we get on this podcast to try to help others
while dealing with and doing it with a
broken heart. It was like
just like our girl. But seriously, when you said that, it sent a tingle down my spine. I do it with a broken heart.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, take satisfaction that, look, compliment yourself, bro. You're trying to help others while you are feeling pretty low. Yeah. We are getting better little by little. I think every day does get a tiny bit better. But yeah, and
we still have our moments.
Yeah, clearly, but that's all right. That's okay. We're men. We're human. Okay, and humans experience emotions, and
we just proved it.
Yeah, sometimes good, sometimes it's not so good,
yeah.
But
we're all just energy. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Bottom line is that this is you got to recognize the character in this podcast, that this is two men that want to help others, that the experiences that we went through, we know how bad it is. We know how tough it is. It is, man, it'll test your manhood.
It'll test everything.
And, who said, Frank, you got to be strong. Jay, it's going to be okay.
Thanks for listening.
Right. But today, look, yeah, I am stronger. Yes, you are okay. But at the time, it was work in progress, but, finally, coño, we made it over here. And granted, some days are not okay. Some moments are not okay. But shit, if we help one person, one brother, one sister, it's like, the satisfaction, man, it'll be all worth it,
Because even if we're, sorry to interrupt that, even if we're sharing some of our story and it's sad, we're doing it in a, I'd like to think, someone can tell us, whatever, send us a message, that we're doing it in a beautiful way where they can find themselves, again, authentic, audacious, acceptable. That's going to cause them to attach, maybe in a sticky way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you understand what I mean in a second. Like, we're emotional Velcro. In our pain, we could wrap around Velcro,
mm-hmm.
and you, my listener friends, whoever you may be, and you, my friend, can then attach the little fuzzy little things that are bothering you. And maybe that could come out with what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could then take the strategies that we leave behind,
mm-hmm.
and then you could do what you need to do to clean the rest up and build yourself back up. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, of course.
What we do?
Of course. When, again, to anybody listening, this thing started, we went to a Starbucks.
A coffee shop.
Chicago. Starbucks, I'll get in contact with you later.
One day. One day I'd love to speak in front of all their employees if they ever show up. I'm joking because they're on strike, and rightfully so, because Starbucks needs to, or they were on strike. I don't know what time it is, but go on. The union striking.
We were sharing those stories, those very specific stories that we experienced. And it's like, yeah, I could relate. And as we met up more and more, and spoke more and more, we shared, different stories, to very detailed. And it's like, yeah, I could relate. It's so when we share these stories, even though some, a lot of them are sad, is, if somebody could relate, be like, oh shit, I thought I was the only one.
Right.
I thought this only happened to me. Like, did he really just say that?
Right.
Like, that's exactly how I feel. And that's when, well, you had this baby in your forecast, the GTalk. But then, suddenly,
I needed a father. That sounded gross, but go on.
I was going to say, you gave birth to it, but I didn't want to.
We were Adam and Steve. Take that, MAGA. Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, and here we are, and like the very first episode, I'll never forget. It was it was real. The second, third, fourth, and it just keeps.
But what makes it real, Frankie? What is it about it that? Think about what we talked about this in a separate pod. I think the last one. That we've got a new audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got quite a few women that like this, and the idea, the impetus, the genesis, whatever word you put in there, I'm sure Taylor Swift can come up with 50 of them. She does Scrabble. Would you ever beat Taylor Swift in Scrabble? I think I'd come close, but she'd destroy me. But that's a whole other thing. Long story short, the reason why we started doing this is exactly what you're talking about, to help ourselves first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, but technically no. It was to help others, and one of the others was you and me.
Yeah.
The other. That's why we decided to do this, to be completely forthright and honest and authentic. And then we said, let's post it, because that'll facilitate our why. Why do we still talk about this? What's the reason why I'm going to talk to my friend about this? Well, because then I could share it with all my soon-to-be friends out there,
mm-hmm.
and get those amazing emails. You saved my life. I'm not saying that, or you changed my life or whatever. I would love something like that, because that's a little resonance back.
Mm-hmm.
We're packaging our pain in a certain way. It's, it's inspirational, educational, whatever. What is it? Informational, and entertaining, and then inspirational, right?
Right.
If we can do that and get a beautiful response back from someone that's like,
mm-hmm.
bro, you know what your story did for me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful little, I just need like a little bit of that a return to gleam.
Yeah.
If we do enough of that, that'll motivate me to keep talking about my shit. So then it won't be shit. It's like my shit is someone else's treasure,
mm-hmm.
to get their shit out of their head and get to the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I just made that up, but what say you?
Yeah. We said we're going to do this for men.
And now?
Because we realize it's like a lot of people going through divorce. I don't know what the hell's going on in the universe, but a lot of people are going through divorce. And I said,
especially now,
if this podcast existed 3 months ago when I first started going through this, I would tune in every freaking week,
right?
Because it's
and you mean that sincerely,
100%, dude.
Right.
It's freaking therapy. Like, I needed anything to help me, and if it's two guys that they just went through this, they're going through it, and they're just talking about it, I would listen, because it's. Christ, it's what helped me the very first time we met at the coffee shop. I went there with anxiety. I left there feeling fantastic, and I said, "Oh shit, I got a new brother."
Right.
And then it repeated a few times. Next thing you know, here we are, and I know this is gonna have a very big impact on the world. That is, we spoke about Fluffy. He said the same exact words that you and I said. This was the lowest point in my life. I never felt pain like this. I never felt so vulnerable in my life. And I have to imagine any man going through divorce has to feel similar, especially.
I mean, the building blocks of pain. It's like, think of it this way. Here's a great analogy for this. No matter what the Lego blocks that are on the floor that's going to cause pain, if you make any of them a divorce, does it matter which one it is? They all fit.
Yeah.
They're all going to, you know what I mean? I mean, go on. It doesn't matter the details of what they went through.
Right.
They're stuck on, their soul is stepping on that Lego brick. And it's like, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Which brick was it? Does it fucking matter? It hurt. Yes, it did. Move on.
Yeah. So, you know, I just really, I know this is going to take off. And if once we were out there, they're going to look and they're going to tune in. I could see them. I will tune in every freaking week because it's helping me. And I would write to the show. And I'm just putting myself, if that existed, I would legit be a part of that show. Like I will email weekly.
Right.
And
me too.
You know,
that's tremendous value. And I'm not just saying because it's me or you. It's because it is. It's true. What's the saying I say about the truth? The truth is the truth, if whether or not you say it or not. So might as well say it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're getting it from the source. But go on. You're so right, man. You're nailing again. You're so self-aware. You're nailing it. But we're taking for granted there's people out there that are not self-aware, Frankie. Self-aware. They're just not.
And it's okay.
And unfortunately, sorry to I'll throw them back at you. We have to talk about what we think is obvious to us because they don't get it. They being anyone that's listening that goes, I never thought of it that way. Oh, that's a great analogy. Oh, I like his story. Oh, wow. I never thought all this stuff. Man, I got a lot to think about. We have to narrate what we go through because people are not understanding what they're going through.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that's my personal motivation is because, like you said, and it impacted you when you heard I did this all myself. I had to figure out and get under the metaphorical hood of my soul and say, what is going on here? I don't even know what this piece is. Do I need this piece? It's like building a Lego set or IKEA set. Do I need this extra? I always keep them all, by the way. I have a junk drawer in my head of nonsense that I keep for, But let me ask you this. Are we good on that? Because I think we're moving towards, I feel better than when you sent me that message and I started getting a little anxiety for you. And I'm like, oh man, I could hear it in his voice. Oh boy. Okay. Thought he had a couple of good days, And I'm like, all right, we're going to go to work. And then I even said to myself, well, maybe we don't record today. Maybe we just talk, and I think there's a tremendous value in two men sitting across from each other and talking.
Yeah.
An honest guy talk, like your friend said. Have a good guy talk. Have fun storming your souls.
And I do want to just say something real quick as to reference that they don't, a lot of guys don't know what they're going through or what's happening. And I was one of them. I was legit one of them. When all this stuff started, I was just like that. I didn't know how to process my feelings. I didn't know how to organize my thoughts. I felt lost. I'm trying to adjust. It was just a freaking mess.
Same here.
Trying to get that organized, you're gonna lose some days.
Oh,
and
even like Pat Mahomes, you're gonna hey, yeah, I agree. Hey, Frankie. Hold on. Where's the caller? Hold on. Where is it?
Got a call.
Hey, Frankie.
Kid, you're already stuck.
Sorry. Where's the script? Hey, Frankie. Sometimes it's hard to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And sometimes I get a feeling like, I don't think I want to do this, but I got to pick myself back up. Hey, hold on. Travis is here.
What up, Trav?
Hey. Oh, none of you saw Tay-Tay, right? What?
Where's Tay-Tay? No, I don't know. What Tay-Tay?
I gotta go. I hear a dragon coming.
I think they just hung up. But speaking of stealing hearts, imagine if she heard that one day. Oh my God. But in all seriousness, I wanted to lighten it up because I keep staring at that S word on my thing. I keep staring at that, the unalive word on my list. And I think to myself, there might be somebody listening one day that it might go through their head. And one of the impetuses for us posting this online, at least for me, is if that person doesn't have someone to talk to, do they have someone to listen to? And maybe just maybe, some of the strategies that I use to avoid unaliving myself, they can use too. So why should they reinvent the wheel of healing when they can just strap on to the car and move along?
Mm-hmm.
And if I could help with something of that,
yeah, of course,
that energy is going to come back in some way. The love you give is the love you receive.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not a beetle, but I buzz. Bee buzz. So
my favorite sound.
We're an hour 10:10 in.
Hour 10:10.
And we win. You see how that works? You're from New York. Can I read to you what's I'm going to lighten the mood here. Can I read to you what's on the screen for your name?
Oh, my favorite part of the show. Yay.
This is so funny, but I don't know if I'm going to say it. Mine's the lowercase g. I'm the lowercase g.
Okay.
You are La G mayuscula.
La G.
La G mayuscula?
My escuela.
Yeah. The capital G? I don't know. Google Translate messed me up.
La G escuela.
No, La G mayuscula. Mayuscula. Damn it. It pronounced it. The capital G. I don't know. You're the capital G. Damn it.
I'm still trying to. I'm still.
We're the GTalk. So I'm the lowercase g, the little g, and you're the capital G.
Okay.
Like, you're the big G. It's so dumb. I'll do better. You're still a bona fide Swift G. So, go on.
No, you're the bona fide Swift G.
Oh, that's right. I'm always bona fide.
Fanático de Swift.
Swiftie, oficial. But let's put a bow on this. Let's move on to something else, because the fourth one I have here, unless you want to keep talking about, I sense you're better. Do you not sense you're better? I could see it in your eyes. You're different.
Yeah.
I feel like we got that stank off. Do you?
Yeah, no, definitely feel better. It's I've gone you finally. It was a little bit of a rough road today, but you
had a migraine, which is indicative of something going on up in there.
Yeah. So, but I do feel better, and again, this is Gonyo. This needs to get out there, because I believe, like you said, you also had struggled a little in the beginning. It's like how too much of a mess to try to figure it out, and I don't want to say I think I found the recipe to get through a little bit quicker. I wouldn't say that, but there is a formula that
absolutely has to be. If you got into that mess, you got to get out of it. The universe wouldn't find. You know what I mean?
Right.
The universe. I whether or not you. I'm gonna get a little. Here we go. Ready? This is me getting a little hippie here. A tenet of the universe is, if it can be created or it can happen, it should be automatically be able to come back to the start.
Right.
Any physicist will tell you that. You should be able to rewind and be kind the whole process of the universe, anything that happens. So that means there's a formula, right? If it's Z equals Y plus X, guess what? X plus Y equals Z. You should do it in reverse. You just got to know the integers, and you need to know the processes and the right order in which to do that. So of course there's a formula. If you got into that mess, say it with me, you can get out of that mess.
Yeah.
There's always a formula. And I think that's why we're both still here.
Yeah.
We believe, we trust the process.
Trust the process, man. One of my videos, one of the pods, I referred to my wife as the love of my life. Actually, I think I said it more than once.
A few times, and admirably.
And
until someone takes that crown. Not me. I mean someone else.
Thanks for clarifying.
I mean someone else. Okay.
But the reason I said that was because a lot of men would say, "Oh my God, like I'm getting divorced and she's the love of my life. Like I love her so much. How am I going to get over this? This is
FOMO, fear. I said FOMO. Fear of missing out, right? Fear of loss.
Yeah.
How am I going to find someone else?
Yeah, and it's like, but this is your person. This is like, I don't want a divorce. I guess I don't got a freaking choice, since you don't want to be with me. But that's, bro, that's a dark place for a man.
A very dark place.
And so I said it that way because if somebody does listen to it, they could be like, my wife was the love of my life too. And,
right.
but I see you fine. And you said you just went through this 3 months ago.
Yeah.
How the hell are you feeling this way? So, rather quickly, I'm, kind of surprised really. But yeah, it
But what's the time frame? I mean, we talked about this.
Yeah, there is.
Like there's a time clock for, wait a minute, you didn't use all of the time. It's like, what? It's like in a math class and you have an hour to do the test and the kid hands it. It's like, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's 10 minutes, kid. And I figured it all out.
Yeah.
Well, that's not enough time. You go back and do more work. It's like, however long it takes is however long it takes, is it not?
Yeah, it's.
Do you want to be healed or not?
Yeah, and don't look at the time. Just look at the progress. Don't look at, it's a month and I still feel this way. That's okay. It's
a week. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm falling for her or him if you're a girl or whatever, or a lady. How dare I? But you're right. Like, what's the time? Time is a perception. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's like, are you being proactive, bro? You know what I'm saying? Did you do something to help you today? Right. Okay, so if that's the case, don't worry that it's been a month and you feel the same. You are getting better. Just trust the process.
And think about this: do the people at the Olympics, give medals for those who finish last in a race? I mean, I don't think so. The goal is to get it done, figure it, and do it the best you can. And if time is one way to think about it, right? Time is one variable or factor or whatever perception you could use to validate whether or not, if you say after 3 days, I'm fine. Okay, maybe I'm a hypocrite for saying that, but okay, maybe not 3 days or 3 hours. Because then it's kind of like a sliding scale, because then you're a sociopath, right? If you get over something so quickly on the scale over here, then you just you had to have sliced. It's kind of like part of it's almost surgery. Like, how much of this do I want to kind of like, or do I want to just, cha? And someone says, I'm over it already. I'm gone. She's gone. Pff, bye. It's like, peace out. Bye-bye.
Which is possible.
It's possible, but isn't that kind of sociopathic? It's like, don't give a shit about her healing, nothing, especially if you had 2 kids with her, all these memories, this whole life, a third of your life, right? That's what we talked about. So you have to say to yourself, well, okay, it took all these years to get to this point. How many years in my healing? Years. Oh, crap. Okay, how many months am I Months. Oh, crap. Is it going to be months? Am I ready for this? And then 3 months are, at least for me, pass. And I'm still, am I ready for this? Am I ready for this? Oh, God. And then another 3 months and another 3 months. And it's like analysis paralysis, watching all these videos about healing and not doing a goddamn thing about it. And it's like, holy shit, I just treated my healing so undisciplined, like I treat everything else in my life. I became patisoso. I became lazy, ambivalent. I didn't want to deal with it. I said I was going to clean out my brain of all this stuff. And guess what? I didn't do any of it. I just talked about what I would do and where I would put the boxes for about 6 months. I wasted time. That's why it took me 6 months to start healing. I'm telling you right now, this is what I did. I had all this anger, all these things I had to, whatever. Of course, I made a lot of art and stuff, which helped. But it could have taken me a couple months. But, well, I'm here.
Exactly. And,
hi. What's for dinner? Whatever.
And you made it, and it happened the way it's supposed to happen.
Say it again.
Believe
in Spanish.
It had to happen the way it happened.
It happened the way it happened, man.
Yeah, and
that's the way the universe delivered it. Thankfully, you were at the door to take it.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Dude, and just a little backstory to anybody that listens to this.
I know where you're going here, but go on. That's why I'm staying out of your way.
Jay and I know each other less than 3 months.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. October, November, December. Yeah.
Less than 3 months. And
not by much, but
like, this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. we met at work. I kind of opened up and he told me his story, and very similar.
Like I said, the Lego brick. You had different style brick under your foot.
Yeah.
But we both had bricks under our feet.
Yeah. And
you were stepping on it, and I'm like, yeah, I stepped on it. It sucks. Let's talk. Let's talk about it.
But the odds of me starting that job, that shift, to be paired with you, to open up that, which I, had a very difficult time doing. And
well, the quarterback of that interaction was someone that handed the ball off to you and said, hey, I'm going to pair you up with so-and-so.
Yeah.
You should probably talk to him about some stuff. Wink, wink. So give credit where credit's due, too. But yeah.
And
cool.
yeah, next thing I know, here we are. And 3 short months later, here we are. And
should have taken 9 months, 12 months, 3 years, 4 years. Should it, it's like.
Yeah.
Took as long as it took.
Yeah, and the time doesn't matter. It's the progress, is the healing, is, are you getting better? Are you feeling better? Is today better than yesterday? And
it is, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question that we talked about in the previous pod? We keep referring to other pods because we've done other pods, and this is one big long therapy session. It's almost like we're memorializing our therapy like we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
This is our journal. Hi, hello.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask you a question that we talked about before? I believe it was in another pod or maybe a pregame, where I asked you, don't you think you're worthy? It was about being worthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually a video about validation that you sent me that
I
started crying, bro.
Yeah, that was so powerful.
I actually have it on a G tab over here. We can't play it, obviously. I could play the visual for the background, but actually I'll do it. I wrote that down. I wanted to. I got it on. You can't hear the sound, but it's a video. Validation: make your smile change the world. Do not let the world change your smile. And let me put it up here. Do you want to tell anybody that's watching it, they can't hear it, what is it that this video is about, roughly?
Man, I think anybody that watches this video, 10 people could watch it, you will get 10 different opinions or feelings about it. 100 people, you get 100 different answers to that, because it is so open. It's so genius because everything is so open that it could be interpreted in so many different ways.
Well, what's the gist of it? He's a validation, like validating parking.
Right.
It's a play on words. It's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, and
he's like a parking validator, like stamping the thing, right? And then, but he's validating them and their existence, right? It's clever. They walk up to him to get validated parking, but he validates their life and he gives them compliments. Right.
And, if you're looking, the people are smiling.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the lines are getting longer.
You're seeing it right now. Yeah. The lines are out the door and they're like, what's going on here? They're validating parking. It's taking forever. What's going on?
Yeah. And now these guys are walking up there, and I'm guessing they're the owners, and they get validated. And this guy's just making the world, all these people smile. Look at that lady smiling.
Yeah.
And it's someone that does that, God bless them, because it's a simple 2 words. What we were saying earlier, what you say has a lot of power. And, like, for example, I should have said, you know what, Jay, I like your shades. I didn't say that today.
Yeah, because you compliment them. And this is another one. I've got like 50 or 60 different ones, and I felt like putting these on. I felt comfortable. And the last time we talked about ironically, being addicted to women.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I wore these shades. That was that pod. You know how I know? I listened to it today.
Wow.
And I figured, we put them on and talk about women with Frankie. But the reason why we bring this up, the validation video, is I said to you, and I quote, I feel like this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it made me cry because he goes through some shit in the video.
Yeah.
And we won't ruin it. let's just say a girl's always involved.
Of course.
Or a beautiful baby or there's always another integer with love that's always involved. Another mass with some a C, speed of love, right? Seth MacFarlane, and how quickly they can share it. But the idea here being, he even goes like, he talks to like Bush, and then Saddam Hussein, he's like, you've got a great beard. It's like something ridiculous. It gets a little, this part here became, you ever see, oh my God, Leonard Zelig. It was like Woody, not Harrelson, Woody Allen. It was a movie like about this guy, Leonard Zelig. He always found himself in the craziest play. I think it was in black and white as well. This is what kind of this little clip reminded me of. He always found himself in the most craziest historical moments, almost like Forrest Gump. And this guy seems like he could, no matter what was presented to him, he could talk his way through it in a beautiful way. Like with the cop here, the cop is like, "You really think so?" He's like, yeah, "I love how you protect this city or whatever." It's like, you do a service, and it breaks into song or whatever. But the reason why I bring this up, and I'll leave that playing, but I've got it off screen. The reason why it made me cry, the guy finally gives up. He's given out all this energy.
After? He gave up after?
Finding a girl that he kind of liked.
He couldn't make her smile.
He couldn't make her smile. She was the kryptonite. She bounced the energy back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, whoa. And he took it as a typical guy.
Mm-hmm.
He took it as a challenge. But here's what I learned about this. And I'd love people to watch this. This is where he meets the girl. She's like, next, no smiling. No. He took no reason to find out why she was in pain, kid.
Actually, I got to watch it again because that was brought to my attention. But when they were at the movies, she admitted why she doesn't smile. And I don't recall.
Well, in the beginning of it, like right now, he's trying his hardest. He's, "Oh, your name's Victoria. You're in the fun." He keeps talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Well, you're going to smile." You could see in his eyes. He's like, "You're going to smile." And the funny thing is, he's trying. He's doing the same thing with all the other people. He's giving a compliment. She keeps looking back at him. You can see it now. He thinks like he's getting there. He keeps giving her gifts and stuff. But at the end of the day, he's not taking the time, at least to in my opinion, to really figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
He just is figuring out the problem. Kind of like what I talked about before, unaliving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And not starting with the impetus of why you don't smile.
Right.
He's just going right to the solution. He's trying to get her to smile. He's giving her roses and stuff. And hey, it's me. It's me. Hi, hello. I should be here. And you're going to smile, right? And she's like, he's following her. And the reason why I bring this up, now it finally hit me. I do this all the time. Frank, I do this all the time. He follows her and he's trying to talk to her. She's not buying it because he's not getting to the heart, the root of what. He's not getting to know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very superficial. And the sad thing is, maybe he was so effective with everyone else and he got better. His powers got better. And I call them powers because it's energy. He was shooting out like lightning. Because a lot of people just needed a superficial something. They weren't getting even the most superficial compliment. And he comes giving this compliment to all these people, deservedly so, but quite superficial. Just he's not talking, asking them questions. He's just like, "Oh, you look this, you look that." And that's all they needed. Mm-hmm. They just needed a little what. But she had such deep-seated, and see here, now he's given up. He's given up.
Mm-hmm.
And now he sees her and she's like, "Whoa, you gave up." And like a typical woman, and I say that in a beautiful way, she doesn't interfere and she does her job.
Mm-hmm.
And she internalizes that pain knowing that she caused it. That's woman.
Yeah.
Man
and
does this. He doesn't do his job anymore.
Yeah.
He's man. He can't do his job anymore.
Like for what, for what is, for what, if any, it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters, right? Here he is.
This guy is disappointed that
the woman as well is disappointed. Nothing matters. And there he is sulking.
Mm-hmm.
Typical guy.
Yeah.
Right? Typical guy. And I'll leave the rest for people to see it online. But and then he gets fired. And typical guy. The Jenga blocks all start falling. The Lego bricks. Notice of terminate. I'll stop saying so people can go watch. It's a beautiful. You have to hear it made me cry because I'm like, bro, I'm that guy.
Yeah, and
I'm searching for my girl too, and it's like I'm doing it in all the wrong ways, and not like now, but I'm just trying to be happy.
But look at this is the part when he found himself again.
But I'm not going to put it up there. They could go. Anyone that cares.
Look
We're not going to feed this to you. We brought you to the well. You need to drink. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'll leave that here, and so Frank can look at it. I'm not going to show anymore. You go see. It's 14 minutes long. It's probably will be the best 14 minutes you'll watch that day.
Absolutely.
Do you agree?
At 100%.
How many times have you watched it?
I've only watched it twice. You know how busy I've been these last few days.
Hey, man.
So yeah, this part, oh my goodness, I love this part because
he finally gets it. He starts asking them questions.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
Yeah. And suddenly he's back.
And he's back.
You know, the interesting thing is though, that one person he couldn't make smile brought him down.
Just to build him back up.
But never once did he acknowledge how many people he already helped.
He definitely wasn't complimenting himself.
Right.
But I think even in there, and this is me putting my own, and this is why this is such a brilliant little kind of mini video. It's about as long as the All Too Well video, so Taylor can deal with it. I bet she could remix it. She could put a song to this video. I walked through the door. Air was cold. Say the rest. Something about it felt like home somehow. Swifties are like. My point being, this was powerful. No, we can't. I'm not putting it up because it'll ruin it. Can't do it. This is the penultimate moment of the thing. He all of his work leads to that one moment that we're watching right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting tingles. Look at the look in her face.
Yeah.
And the entire time as he's taking photos of her, she's talking and smiling, but she's talking about herself.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting her to talk about it. I won't talk anymore. But Frankie, you could find yourself there. I've tried to help people out or try to show them how great in sales, this is what you do. Mm-hmm. You walk around telling them, instead of trying to get them to heal and smile, trying to get to, trust me, I'm going to bring you value. I'm the banker. Come with me. I'm a great guy. Am I not? And they're like, I don't even know you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even know my company. You know, you don't even understand. Like, just, I heard your service is great. Thank you for talking with me, or thank you for talking to me. But I barely said a word.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know about me? You just gave me some bullshit thing about my company. How great. Yeah, I feel proud of it. Yeah, this is great. Uh-huh. Yeah, we do a lot of money. Yeah, we do pay a lot. Thank you for reminding me that we were stupid for 5 years and telling me how much we paid with that other company, how much we're going to save with you. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
It's talk about how someone takes it a different way, right? It's like, that's sales. But when it comes to relationships, it's not much different, right? I need to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, just maybe, you'll want to listen to me, or better yet, talk to me. Tell me something bring me value. Why am I trying,
Mm-hmm.
Bring me value and show me your story. Tell me your story. What are you all about? Oh my God, I see myself there. And that's why I'm like, I've been this guy my entire life. If you split this little 14-minute clip into the last 14 years of my life, how ironic.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I went through life. These superficial ways that I brought people some joy and some whatever, and selling to them and making their life great. Yay. And it's like, what did I get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not saying that, I'm hoping that this guy, as I'm looking over here to the screen, I'm hoping that I could be like this guy and find my girl again, or turn my life around or whatever. But at the very least, I could take the formula he used, which is very obvious to me now, seeing it the second time, but not hearing it. Now I see the visuals. Oh, now I get it. By the way, she looks so good in this shot, doesn't she? She's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful. Oh my God, look at that look. I can't. Oh my God. Oh, she's so cute. I'm like, with that guy? Bro, with that guy? Come on. She's so cute. I don't even want to look at it. Oh my God. But I'll shut up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you feel that? Like, why I felt like the guy? Because you were surprised to hear that, weren't you?
Yeah, and this was...
I can't look. Okay, hold on. I'm distracted. She's so... the way she's looking at him, God, I could cry right now. Dude, I want someone to look at me like that again, bro.
Dude, brother, coño, that woman's gonna be a very, very lucky woman. I'm gonna tell you that
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
put myself on screen. Fuck this.
And yeah, no, it's all right. I got this. Just like that, man. You keep on your lane. You keep running your race because your intentions with this and pretty much every aspect of your life is to help others and help others with this program that we have here. Help others that are in their most vulnerable moments of their life, and that energy, we will get the feedback from everyone out there, and that's gonna bring you such happiness. And there's no doubt in my mind that it's just a matter of time before that special person
Thank you.
comes and you'll be there again.
So it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. All right, it will be okay.
I believe you.
Yeah,
Because you've been there.
I am certain of it, brother.
Yeah.
You're one of the most awesome people I've ever met, and again,
right back at you, man.
to
Right back at you.
any ladies out there,
Oh, here we go.
any ladies out there,
Hold on. Hold on.
Oops, sorry.
yeah, this is a real man over here.
7 minutes
real
too
man.
early from the minute of love or the hour of love. But thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. But keep going.
Yeah, it's
God.
GTalk for us at Gmail, and you could email them directly.
By the way, have you been checking that? I haven't been checking
I haven't checked it yet.
Oh, God forbid there's someone in there. He's so cute. Please give me. I'm going to be leaving for Australia for 5 months. Oh, but I'll be back. It's like, oh, no. Oh, I want to see him.
Oh, my God. That was like that movie, Harold and Kumar.
Yes.
Yes, when he finally
Yeah.
talks to the girl, Maria, and
Oh, we're boomering people. This is great.
and then
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle,
Yes.
right? Yeah, it's so great.
and when he finally, meets the girl
Yeah.
and then talks to the girl, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to Amsterdam this afternoon."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, they gotta wait another
No.
10 days to see her."
Hey, the universe makes you wait.
Yeah.
You're not ready. And it's funny, I just had this, by the way, the last thing I have on here, you want to know what it is?
Mm.
Let's manifest our dreams.
Okay.
And I said, the way in my mind, at least, the way I believe we do that is what we just did. We get all the shit out of the way. We re-feel or unfeel. I guess unfeeling is like unboxing all the crap in your head. Get rid of it and find space for a brand new you, or whatever the metaphorical bedroom set of your soul needs to go in the penthouse of your heart.
Mhm.
You're cleaning that shit up, and I'll gladly throw some chips down. Now go manifest your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You're the best possible you. So find the best possible her or them, whatever you put there. We'll leave a blank space there.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it in with whatever you want or whoever you want. But go manifest your dreams. Start with your mindset. Start with someplace else other than it's going to be okay. Make it okay. And then make it your dreams. Make it what you've always wanted to see. Are we not? I mean, if no one ever listens to this, then fine. I always challenge myself to do something like this and put myself out there, and I'm doing it. Check. I mean, I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what the universe is allowing me to do. The rest is on the universe. So why am I going to take that responsibility? That's too big for me.
Mm-hmm.
The universe will deal with it. Right?
Yeah.
Screw it. Do what you can control what you can control. The rest of it, change your attitude towards it until the universe makes you change your situation and take a better. I feel so much better oh my God, I'm going to shut up for a second. I feel so much better.
I am so happy to hear that. And
How do you feel?
manifesting your dreams. Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
One time we was at the coffee shop, and you said something, you got to have purpose.
Yep.
And up until that time, I really didn't have a purpose. I didn't have one. It's like my thing is just, go by my
life,
day,
yeah.
but I didn't have purpose. And I believe around that time we was talking about this podcast, and once we decided, like, okay, we're gonna go for this, I finally got purpose. And manifesting your dreams, I didn't know this at any point in my life, but I think I'm living my dream right now.
You're being serene. You're finding peace and happiness. I mean, if anyone thinks that your dream is cars or mansions or whatever, sure, that'd be something we'd love to have one day. I don't need a mansion, but if your dreams are to be peaceful and serene and have a purpose and impact others and be able to lay your head on your pillow at night and say, I can't wait to start this again. Should I earn it? Isn't that paradise, Frankie?
Yeah.
Along with some people around you that can share that resonance with you and enjoy it. Isn't that not paradise?
Yeah.
So why not do it now?
My thing is I love helping people.
Right.
You know, in let's see. Yeah, in all of my jobs I help people.
You pick things up, you put things down, including hearts. Gently, of course.
And but you know, but this one is probably the most important one because it's
you can feel it.
Raw emotion.
You can feel it.
And, you know, emotions that, you know, make very sensitive, very, you know.
This is the inspirational part of it, is it not? As my parents are letting out some dumb energy upstairs. My God. See, my parents need to listen to this. They need to figure out their energies. My God. But you're right, man. And by the way, we're it's 1:40, 1:14. About a minute and a half.
About a minute and a half.
To the, you call it Minute of Love. I like to think she thinks it's an hour long. Oh, choked on that one. I'm going to give you the Minute of Love to talk because how dare I interrupt you on the Minute of Love. But I love hearing you say that. I find it purposeful as well.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait to do this. I can't wait to post this. I can't wait to listen back because at least it gives us something to focus our energies and give us a reason to. After a while, it gets tiring of writing in a journal and not having to. I want to share some of it with someone, or at least share the process of writing in the journal so I could. I don't know. Because I have so much extra energy. I need to throw it out there and give it a whirl because there's just a lot of energy in there. And sometimes talking to someone's not enough, or journaling's not enough, or complimenting's not enough. Sometimes I need to throw it out there. I need to perform a little bit, interact with other people. And I got a feeling, kid. I just got a feeling. And if it feels this good for the both of us to get this stuff out and hear ourselves talk back, not narcissistically, very matter of fact, and then the small sample size of people that heard this and go, whoa, you don't have to test the whole lake to know that it's poisoned. Do I have to test your whole soul to know that I rang it and I reverberated my love through it? No, I can just hear a little bit of the ping back. That's all I need. 142.59, 143. The rest is yours, kid. That's called timing. Go.
It's called timing. All right. Well, I'm
coming in close. Go.
For the sake of one of the biggest motivations for this podcast, I do want to share something with you that is
go for it.
You know, for a long time, I had a difficult time loving myself. For a very, very long time. Over the last 3 months after my separation, relocating, all this, man, I'm taking really good care of me. It's like I'm finally there. Like, okay, I love myself now. Now I want to do positive things. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to open up more. I want to receive more. I like anything negative. Like I'm not a road rage kind of person anymore. And that happened
today, right? Or yesterday or something?
No, this was 2 pods ago that you said.
Oh, I thought you meant with your sister, you know. With the
yeah. No, today right. I was put in a position where I had to test that, and
you passed.
And I passed, and you know, that's one, and it's like, okay, I want to keep filling up that page of things that I could improve in. And, when I went to the mall this weekend and I have the opportunity to buy gifts for my loved ones, when a lot of people do not have that opportunity for whatever reason. And it's like, okay, yeah, and of course the malls are packed. Frank, it's the Saturday before Christmas. What do you think? That was you think you're that special? You're gonna, So that was something else. And it's I just want to keep adding to that list. And I think my challenge for this week is going to be, what else could we add on this list, Frank? The challenges to help you be better. And
I love that. I don't know about challenges, but I don't want to correct you, but I think there's probably a better word there, because we shouldn't have to challenge ourselves, but it's kind of, think about it, it's kind of working out for your soul.
Yeah.
So you kind of are challenging yourself, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it. What challenges am I going to put myself through to make myself stronger?
Right. Right. And
right, Kelly Clarkson? This ain't going to kill me, but it's going to make me stronger. But yeah, man, I love that. And you're proof positive that I can see the journey, because we've memorialized it over the course of 10 pods, that at the very least, if no one else listens, we're listening, and we can see our growth within the pods and what we're talking about and memorializing. It's beautiful. But we're coming towards the end of the show. It's 1:45:54. I keep doing that with the numbers. I don't know. No one. There's nobody out there that does that with numbers.
14554.
I'm a number person. One day. So, what else? I mean, what a show, man.
Yeah.
I feel better. I'm
Good.
going to have to show you the pregame. You're going to really have to see the pregame. I'm going to have to send it to you. Maybe I could list it private. That's what I'll do, because I don't think I want to list it public. I'll list it private. So I'll just post it and I'll let you know, because you've got a right? You're a manager in our YouTube brand, right?
Yeah.
You could, all right, because for anybody wanting to do a podcast, if you go on YouTube and you have a partner, you could list them as a brand manager. You do a brand account. Here's I'm going to leave with a little tip here. You can do a brand account on YouTube, and then have my buddy, bro, my conquistador here, my fellow of souls and hearts, in a good way. Is that a good way? I don't know. Move on. You could have them also manage the page. So you could have one page amongst two different people, and then keep but you could also list things private, and then they could see it, and then you don't have to make it public. It's one thing to see it on the screen. It's another thing to see it on your phone, and then you could review it and stuff. So this is a tip for anyone that wants to do a podcast with a partner. You could do a brand account on YouTube. You don't have to do a regular account. Whatever. I'll move on. But let me, I'm going to throw this over to you, Frank, to kind of, play us out. I think I've got everything that I needed to say out of my system. This feels great. I don't know if this is how I envision it going, but who gives a shit? This is how it went, and I love it. I also got to pee. But what else is on your mind? How can we put a cherry on top of this? This was beautiful. I can't wait to listen back to this.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this. It just felt effortless, though. I got a little cramp in my freaking. I'm already getting carpal tunnel on this freaking keyboard. But what else is on your mind to kind of play us out here in a little bit?
With Christmas coming up, my kids are far, and I won't see them this year, and that's okay, because I knew that was going to be the case for a long time. And here we are, a couple of days away, and I'll be able to call him, and I'll be able to speak to him, and I already sent him his gift, and I took care of all of that. So I guess this is the part where it's one of those reminders, because during this journey, you get a lot of reminders of your new life and how things are.
New life is important. It's completely different in some cases.
Right.
It's another start.
Right.
New.
But he's healthy. He's doing okay. Could do better in school, but I'm gonna partner up with him.
Good.
So yeah, this, like I told you this morning, I had a tough morning. And we connected, and I came here. I was feeling a certain way. I'm leaving. I feel fantastic.
That's the goal, right? It's G therapy.
You know, and that's
G
right.
therapy, baby.
G therapy, and we're not therapists, okay? It's a figure of speech.
We're not therapists. There's a whole thing in our description now. I put in there. I even put the link in 988. Yeah, there's a disclaimer in there. You don't even have to repeat it.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
in the description.
But
So no one could get us on that one. But
it's G therapy, as in, you know, shit. Look, guys, we had similar feelings before this started. The show's about to end.
Yeah, I'm not going to see my kids either. That's a whole other thing. I can't comment on that. I hope people understand. Let's just say mine is not like his. It's kind of in a reverse order. Wink, wink. So I cannot contact my kids. So I'm in the same boat or a similar boat, whatever the analogy is. But go on.
Yeah, no, but like I said earlier today, 2024, God made us strong. 2025, God is going to make us happy.
And manifest. We will manifest our dreams in the process. I think that's a great way to go out, bro. I you know what? Because I'm like, how close do I get to 2 hours? Screw it, man. This is, I'm loving it. I'm gonna play us out because, to be honest with you, hold on. To be honest with you, my friend, as I go to the close screen, we can do 100 of these and entertain everybody in the world and inspire and inform. But if we don't take and walk the walk like we G-talk the talk, hate to be corny, hate, but it's our fucking fault.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah, of course.
So at the end of the day, let's listen to what we're saying, that we're memorializing it, and go out with a flipping bang, and in a good way, and show the world our light, show where we had some shade and some shadow, where the ashes were, where we burnt out, and where we exploded inside. I just timed that up perfectly. Woohoo! But by the way, this part of the song is me talking about a particular situation I actually went through, and I'll leave that. This whole song is very deep. It's very deep, so deep. So many bots, they went to sleep, all of them. And then we sent them, we deported them. I got to get better in that one. But in all seriousness, let me say this and I'll throw it back on you in a good way. I'm going to hand it off to you like yeah, like Pat Mahomes. Yeah. The more we do this, the more it helps us.
Yeah.
The more in turn we could take that emotional energy and invest it out. What say you? End us with this.
Yeah.
Last 30 seconds.
100%. Talk the talk, G-walk the walk. And
you like that, right?
Yeah, I do like that.
G-talk the talk, you better G-walk the walk. If you're going to G-talk the talk, you better walk the walk, G.
That's very good.
That's good. You're
good, you.
Send us out with a bang.
All right, my friends. We are going live this weekend. See you there.
See you then.